to another Monday Motivation. This is number 14, I do believe. I could be wrong. You'll find out in the video description. Anyways, how y'all doing? Hopefully well. This week, on this Monday Motivation, I'm going to talk about waiting. Now, somebody might ask, what does that have to do with motivation? Well, there's a lot to do with it, actually. But maybe that won't make sense. Now, I'm trying to think that it makes sense. But it doesn't. So I'm just going to try to explain what I mean. You get all motivated to do something. Maybe something that's going to be a few weeks out, or maybe months. Hey, you're motivated to do something. Like, I don't know, maybe it's wintertime. And you live in a cold place like, Pennsylvania. And you decide that you're motivated to get your swimming pool ready. Then you gotta wait for it. If you're, that's really a kind of a dumb analogy, but yeah, let me actually explain what I'm talking about. Yesterday, I submitted a demo to a very large drum and bass label. And it's only been a day. Not even a day at the time of recording this, because I submitted it last night. And I worked on it for a couple weeks, trying to get it just how I wanted it. Everything just so. I'm not going to say perfect, because nothing is perfect. But I got it to the point where I was happy with it, confident, all that. I mixed, mastered it, got it as good sounded as I could. And I submitted it. And now I'm waiting. And it'll probably be weeks. But hopefully not, but hopefully I do hear back from them. Sometimes labels just won't even acknowledge what you sent in. Which, it really sucks, but waiting is like, really put my anxiety on, they're not going to like it, or anything like that. But I mean, if they don't, it's not the end of the world. I can send it to someone else, or release it on my own label. But one big reason I wanted to put on a big label is, this is a label I listen to. All the artists, I just love it, and I think it'd be great to have my music there. And it would be a good measure. I mean, I'm not going to 100% measure myself on reaching a level at the label, but I feel like I made it if I want a big label, even though it's a terrible way to measure your value of music. But yeah, I think it'll be good. There's more ears to get a hold of if I'm on a big label like that. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And it feels like it's been a year, but it hasn't even been a whole day yet. So there's a lot of other things to wait for. Like another thing, when I'm working on an album, or I'm waiting to hear how it sounds at the end. And then just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. I know eventually I'll get there. Eventually I'll hear back. Eventually, maybe I'll be on that label. But the hard part is, during the waiting, you are like, oh man, they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it. It's just going to be, no, they're not going to do it. So you're constantly negative waiting. Now, I'm trying to not be that way. And I'm trying to keep myself busy with other work. I mean, I have a whole hip-hop EP to be put together. It slowly comes together. I want to release it in August, but it's a long process. And then writing, you have to make the music, the beat. Then I could go online and buy some beats. I mean, that's just done there. I just rap over them, but Why would I do that when I make beats? And I get it, I could do somebody some business, but, I mean, at the end of the day, why spend money I don't have to? But that's for any of you, but seriously, if you are into hip-hop, you're a rapper, you want some beats, seriously hit me up, especially if you like that old school boom bap kind of flavor. I got that. I'm getting better at trap, but I don't want to get too into trap because everyone's doing trap. I don't want to do what everyone's doing. Guys, I've been working on a EP under the name King Dilly. I mean, that's obviously me by the name, but yeah. So anyways, like I have said in other weeks, persevere with your eyes on the prize. So right now, these are small goals. I am in the process of creating a bunch of little demos. Not little demos, they're full-length songs, but demos nonetheless. Of all different genres, drum and bass, house, trance. Notice I want to have a whole collection. I'm just going to shop around the labels. But I'm also going to send a few over to EML and Lazy. Maybe some generation. Going to be a shout out to those guys. I mean, Jason and all the other Jay and all that whole family of producers. I think it's important not to be like, oh, hey, I'm with this big label now. I ain't going to acknowledge you anymore. Sorry. I'm not going to do that. There's too much music to be heard to just limit myself to one label. I don't think we're going to do an exclusive deal. But even if they did, if it was one of those, I don't think I'd do it then. Because I don't want to be tied down to one label. Because I'd feel like, I don't know. I feel like I got stuffed in a box I don't want to be in. And that sounded kind of suggestive. I apologize for that. Not really. Now, I already talked about my current projects. With all the King Dilly EP, which I don't have any name for yet. Or artwork, any of that. But I have some tracks. I'll give you just a little preview. One is named Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. Just trying to figure out what that one's about. It's funny. And yeah, I guess the demos and all the current projects. And now I'm in the process of having my screen go dark. That was weird. Anyways, in the process of really getting into the idea of passive income. I mean, music can be there. I make a little tiny bit from music. Hopefully that changes. I make a lot bit, but hey, small steps for the big picture. And I have all these other ideas to do that maybe you'll hear about in coming weeks. And I think that's about all I'm going to talk about this time. I hope you like to the end of these videos. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. And also, Wednesday will be the second installment of the Hump Day Leak with a song entitled Electromeo. Trying to figure out what kind of genre that is. It's like Romeo, it's like the word Romeo mixed with Electromeo. With electro, I mean. So, this is all I really wanted to say, so thank you for watching. Hope you come back next week. Like and subscribe, please. Share my videos on your Facebook and Twitter, whatever you have that you're watching this. Be greatly appreciated. So I guess that's it. Much love and peace to you. Later.